Revealio! Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every man's life when he must finally face the music. When he must finally realize that he must surround himself with a major fire hazard of 37 different candles, surrounded by dry brush, and talk about and review the Harry Potter movie series. Hi, it's Josh Thomas here, also known as Dumbledore's grandson. Folks, if you know me, you know that I've hated Harry Potter with a passion. For a little bit, I don't know, a couple decades? I just hate it! Mostly because it is the reason the Jaws ride was closed at Universal Orlando Resort. But I gotta be honest, 2025 just feels like a year when it's time to move forward and do some fun, crazy things. It's time to grab life and squeeze it, and let the juices of life drip all over my chest. We're just gonna review Harry Potter movies. I've never seen any of them, which I think is kind of crazy, right? Most people have seen them. I haven't. At the start of every one of the videos, I was thinking, there's a lot of Harry Potter treats and snacks, and I was like, let's do a little Harry Potter taste test before we get into the movie review. So, as you can see in front of me, we've got the brand new, just released this month of February 2025, Harry Potter Butterbeer Hershey Kisses. They've got really cute little designs on the packaging. Here's a really low quality faraway shot of what they look like. They look like a Hershey Kiss, but a beautiful little tan color. I'm just gonna go all in with this. I'm smelling them. Going in. This is the Harry Potter Butterbeer Hershey Kisses going in. My God, if you like butterscotch, these are amazing. I don't really want to talk about the movie now. I just want to eat these Hershey Kisses. Damn. Look at the notes. Look at this. What even am I anymore? Who am I? I'm sitting there writing notes. All right, anyways, we got to get into this because as you can see, I've had a lot of thoughts about this movie. I feel bad for Harry Potter. I never thought I would say those words, but he's just this like little dude. His parents are fucking gone, they're dead, and he's got to live with these horrible relatives. I think they're relatives, right? He lives underneath steps. He lives under the stairs. I got like my dad vibes, like I'm kind of in dad mode and I'm seeing like a child being mistreated and I'm like, oh, it's making me mad, even though I'm supposed to hate him, but he is like a cute little dude. What is he, like 4 years old in this movie? I don't know. I like how the door to the steps has like a little vent on the front of it. So it's like, these people are evil, making them living under the stairs and stuff. But like, you know, they're going to let him breathe a little bit. So I kind of found that funny. I laughed at that. I hope Dudley dies. Does Dudley die at any point in the series? I really want to see Dudley get killed. I know he's a small child and I shouldn't have those feelings, but I really want him to die, especially since he doesn't say Harry. He pronounces it Harry. He puts W's in the word Harry. There's no W's. It's not Harry. Harry. It's Harry. Why didn't any of you tell me how amazing Hagrid is? Hagrid is so good. Oh my God. Hagrid is great. There's not a single inch of film that has Hagrid in it that didn't have me looking at it with a big ass stupid smile on my face. I love the cake. He's like, oh, I made the cake myself. I even wrote it. And it's like totally misspelled, like he's a moron or something. I love it. He's not a moron though. He's great. I would say that Hagrid is one of the top 10 best characters in any movie I've ever seen. Unfortunately, he's dead, which really bothers me. Because like I'm now just falling in love with this dude. There's a piece of audio that I really don't want to be on the internet. But I love him. And it's like, well, too late, Josh. He's dead. You'll never be able to meet him unless you go dig him up and, you know, talk to his corpse, which I won't do because I like him. But yeah, guys, Hagrid, oh my God. His little bit where he keeps going, shouldn't have said that. I probably shouldn't have said that. That's pretty good. You know, a little running bit for him. Hagrid is like the uncle every one of us wants. I actually kind of do have an uncle that's like Hagrid, but a little more drunk. One of the things that stood out to me is all my experience with Harry Potter has been through the theme parks. I used to live in Central Florida, like in the Orlando area, and me and my friend went to the theme parks like honestly 3 or 4 times a week. So it was very weird watching the movie and seeing the things from the theme park. Because I was like, oh, they took that from the theme park. And then I was like, no, movies came first and the theme park. But man, the theme parks did an amazing job of recreating what you see in the movie. It is like you're walking in the movie. It's a very weird experience for me. Oh, another thing I really liked was the wand boxes. I actually, I don't know why, but the wands like coming in these dusty boxes that are just cluttered around the walls, and just the little sound effects of like the you could tell just from the sound that the boxes were like very dusty and stuff. I picked up on that. I liked that. There's just something about the wand shop and what is it, Ollivanders or something? I can't remember. But I liked the distribution method of the wands. Voldemort used to be good? I did not know this. This is like biblical, right? With Satan being like God's right-hand angel or whatever it was. Voldemort has got like some biblical shit going on. There's been multiple times when I was watching this, I would catch myself being nerdy and I was like, stop it, stop it. You're a Jaws skipper. You don't like this stuff. But like when they were going through the whole thing where it's like, Harry, the wand that chose Harry Potter was like apparently Voldemort's wand. Did I read that correctly? But there's like this connection between the two, and it only chooses like two people or something. And it's like, and I was like, oh. And I got real nerdy there for a second. I was like, oh. I had to stop myself. I had to pull it back. I love all the candy, and we're gonna be taste testing a lot of it throughout this series. But I love like the little chocolate frogs and the little jelly beans and stuff. It's so funny because I do have a chocolate frog. And I read on the label, it's like, comes with a wizard card. And I was like, who cares about, who wants a wizard card? Like, what kid would care about that? But now having seen the movie, I'm like, I want the wizard cards. It better be like, lenticular when I open it up. If it's not like 3D and lenticular, I'm gonna be mad. But I just thought those little wizard cards, was really cute. It was really cool. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of little things that I was like really entertained by. I feel a little bad saying this because he's a baby, but I hate Ron. I'm sorry. I kind of love to hate him. He keeps making this dumb face as if he's like trying to swallow a gobstopper or something. I don't know why, but Ron is always making this... I shouldn't say this, but I want to kick Ron in the head really bad, but in like a fun way. There's a lot of great directing in the movie, getting really good shots, like one that stands out. Like the boats, for example, when they're all arriving at Hogwarts and they get in the boats and, you know, kind of the camera pans up to reveal the castle and everything, and you get that shot. There's just a lot of really good Who directed this? Tell him I said good job, because yeah, there's a lot of good directing shots going on in the movie that I appreciated. Draco Malfoy is, I don't know, do I like him or do I hate him? I think I hate him. You're supposed to hate him. He's the villain. He's villanesque, at least. I did notice that he's balding at the age of 5, which is a little weird. He's either balding or he's got the largest brain in human existence. He's got a widow's peak. I really love the Sorting Hat. That's a pretty cool character. Seems like he's totally CGI, which I didn't understand. Why wouldn't that be an animatronic? But, okay. But I like his voice, too. I'm the Sorting Hat, Gryffindor. I feel like the Sorting Hat needs somebody to give it a lozenge. Could somebody please get some cough drops for the Sorting Hat? He's got a lot of phlegm built up. But I do like him. I thought it was funny when Draco goes up to get sorted into the house. And the hat doesn't even get put fully on his head. And he's like, Slytherin! That was a good joke. I actually had that joke myself. I used to joke about how if the Sorting Hat was ever put over my head, it would instantly be like, take me off, never mind. So they stole my joke. J.K. Rowling stole my joke, but I'll forgive her for that. But that was a good bit. I do like the Sorting Hat. That's fun. What a weird idea, but I like it. It's cool. You know, something I thought was neat throughout the whole movie is it does feel like it's kind of coming at you in like a rapid fire pace. It's like every 5 to 10 minutes, there's some new little bit of lore or some neat little idea happening. It really does feel like this first movie is kind of setting up all the iconic cliche things that we know about Harry Potter. Snape is interesting and also weird at the same time because, like, he's not used very well in this movie. And towards the end, not to jump ahead, but he sort of disappears. Like, I feel like he wasn't properly wrapped up because, like, there's this whole thing where, like, Snape isn't the bad guy. And at the time that I wrote this note, I said, let me read it verbatim. I was like, I want to be in Snape's class. I like his no bullshit vibes. I bet he is actually a good dude in the end. I knew he wasn't the villain. I was like, no. This is some nonsense. J.K. Rowling's trying to trick me. Like the guy in the turban who's like, oh, I'm sorry, Snape. And Snape's like, listen here, you little beta male. You know, in the hallway, that scene. And I was like, I think Snape's doing something good, and the weird little squirrely guy in the turban is the one that's doing something bad. And again, not to jump ahead, but yours truly guessed that correctly. I got vibes from Snape. Everybody's just like, anybody who's mad is the bad guy. No. People who are mad are people who have experienced life, and they go, you know what? There's reasons to be mad, and there's reasons to be annoyed, and there's reasons to be done with bullshit, and Snape knows that. Snape is the realest dude in the whole movie. I couldn't decide if I liked Hermione, right? That's how you pronounce it. I was like, oh, do I hate her? I don't hate her. I think she's cute. I think her sass is cute. When it comes to sass, it's either going to be annoying or endearing, and I decided that her sass is endearing. I decided her sass is kind of cute. I also felt bad when she got her feelings hurt later. So she's a good character. I did notice that some of the CGI in this movie is pretty dated. Let's be real. Some of this stuff's a little dated. Especially in the flying scenes, it looks ridiculous. It looks like a video game cutscene or something. But I guess that's to be expected. When did this come out? Early 2000s or something? But watching it nowadays, you know, it's like, it's noticeable. There's a Halloween party in this movie? Are you kidding me? I don't know why I didn't know this, but there's like floating jack-o'-lanterns, and I was like, oh my god. I leaned forward with glee when I saw that. All the little floaty, glowing jack-o'-lanterns, and all the kids are like eating the candy and stuff. I was so excited about that scene. It lasts like a minute, if that. It's such a short scene. It's like a 2.5-hour movie, and all you're gonna give me is a minute of Hogwarts Halloween? Oh, I didn't like that. That wasn't good. The troll kind of ruins the Halloween party, but I did like the troll. You know what's weird? I don't think I've ever seen the troll before. I don't think that's on the Forbidden Journey ride. I was unaware of this troll. I don't remember it, and I kind of liked it. Big, dumb, stupid troll. I was a little annoyed with Hermione. Like, she's running away from it, and she goes to take cover from the troll, and she hides underneath porcelain sinks that did not hide her at all. Like, dear, run. Just run past the troll. I don't know. Children, am I right? But yeah, I love the Halloween party. I was like, oh my god. The movie is throwing a lot at you, and I love that. It's not boring, you know? There's no boring shit. There's no long, boring scenes. It's rapid-fire creativity. There's a great scene that, for some random reason, made me laugh. It's where Harry Potter gets a broom as a present. I guess like Miss McGonagall, is that her name? The witch woman, Miss McGonagall. She gives him a broom, I guess because he did the whole thing with the troll or something, and or maybe just because he's going to be on the team for the Quidditch. But anyways, he opens it up, and Ron's like, I want to get the exact line. I wrote it down. Ron says, "That's not just a broom, that's a Nimbus 2000." And that line just made me burst out laughing because the idea that the brooms are actually branded, but coming out of Ron's mouth, that's not just a broom, that's a Nimbus 2000. Quidditch is a lot of things. Confusing, exciting. It has a lot of Polar Express CGI going on. As I said before, the CGI, I mean, nowhere is the CGI more noticeable than in the Quidditch match. I hope in the future they don't use that as much or it looks better. I mean, video game is what I looked at. I thought I was watching a video game when I was watching it, but it was still cool. I don't totally understand the rules of Quidditch. You've got hoops and balls, and you throw the ball through a hoop and you get points. But then there's also, like, you can try to commit murder. Like, it seems like there's no fouls. There's no rules. Like, yeah, if you want to kill somebody, just go ahead and kill them. But that's a little weird because the teachers are always like, don't go to the 3rd floor. Don't go into the woods. It's forbidden. But kill each other in this sporting event. That's fine. If you catch the snitch, you, like, automatically win. Then why wouldn't you just go for the snitch? Why wouldn't you just say, all right, screw everything else. Let's just go after the little snitch. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I also was a little confused. You can dismount off the broom? Harry Potter catches it, but he dismounts off the broom, and I was like, oh, it's not going to count. That's a foul. You can't get off the broom. And it's like, no, that's fine. So I'm like, well, if I was playing, I would just get off the broom, sit on the ground, and just keep, like, casting spells at everybody on the other team. Now, I was excited about Halloween. They got Christmas in this, too? Oh, my God. I was really excited about that. The snow is falling on Hogwarts. all the snow. It was like so cozy. And oh my god, I was already totally hard for Hagrid. Ooh, there's a t-shirt idea. Hard for Hagrid. But Hagrid chopped down a big Christmas tree and he's like lugging it in the snow. Oh man, what a scene. What an iconic scene. And you just got all the little garland and lights all over the castle and everything. You got the ghost carolers. I thought that was cute. You got one of the little, what are they called? The little people. I forget. They're not trolls. I would call them trolls. They look like trolls to me, but I forget what those guys are. But he's like using magic to hang the ornaments on the tree. And I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. So yeah, Christmas in Hogwarts was another thing where I was like, I liked it. Didn't know this. The snow owls have like furry feet. I just happened to notice this. They got like little fuzzy feet. I didn't know that owls could have fuzzy feet. I wasn't going all Dan Schneider that I noticed the feet of the owl, but I couldn't help it. Snape is a weird character though, because it's like, there's a lot of time where he's like, hello, Potter, and he's like kind of, but then it turns out like he saves Harry Potter because the one guy was trying to like put a curse on him, and then Snape was doing like a reverse curse to stop the curse. He wasn't doing a good job, by the way, but why was he doing that? So he was like trying to help Potter? I don't know. Snape sounds like he's on the verge of an orgasm at all times too, where he's just like, hello, I need to go somewhere private for a while. I feel like after Snape busts a nut, he'd be like, hey, how's it going? It's me, Snape. Hi, welcome to my class. That part's not going to make it into the video. Mirror of Arrow set. I liked that concept. I got to be real with you. I'm a pretty deep guy. And you wouldn't know it just from looking at me. But I am actually pretty deep. And so this concept of looking into the mirror and it shows you what you most desire, and then some people get so addicted to it that it just destroys them because it's showing them what they want. And I was like, oh man. And I started thinking, what would the mirror show me if I looked into it? There doesn't seem to be much of a plot going on. It's just the plot is Harry Potter. And, it's called the Sorcerer's Stone, but I'm like, what, did they even mention that yet? They maybe did, but I didn't remember. I was just kind of, it almost felt like I was on a theme park ride, just seeing all this stuff and, but I was like, there's really there's no plot. And this is where we kind of get a plot, where they're just like, oh yeah, that's right. There's a Sorcerer's Stone and it's really powerful and, bad guys want it. And so I thought that was a little weird. The chess scene made me hate Ron even more than I already did. But again, it's like a love to hate relationship that I have with Ron. That was the worst acting in the whole movie. It was so cringy, but I did love it. The Queen will take me. And it was just the most overacted, cheesy, weird thing imaginable. It's a cute concept, playing like the real life chess. I like that, and his giant and all that stuff. But I really wanted to kick him so bad. It was also kind of over dramatized because he gets hit, but it's like they just broke the fake horse he was riding on and then just fell to the ground, which was only like 4 or 5 feet. So it's like, what a drama queen. Ron, you're gonna be okay. You just fell off of something. Children fall off of playground equipment much higher all the time, and they shake it off and then they're right back up on the slide. So why is Ron pretending like he's dead? The movie's not about you, Ron. Take it easy. I love that Voldemort essentially in this movie was nothing more than a man's bald spot. He was just a bald spot on the back of a man's head. Not exactly that intimidating, but I did like the concept. It was very creepy. It was very creepy imagery. Harry Potter could have just killed Voldemort by giving him a noogie. I did get a little teary-eyed at the end. Don't admit that, Josh. Shut up. No, but I have to admit it. I gotta be honest. Yeah, but it's Harry Potter. You hate Harry Potter. Yeah, but I like this. It's time to learn. It's time to grow, Josh. It's 2025. You're a new man. You can admit this. I thought I got a little misty-eyed. I got a little teary-eyed at the end when Harry gets a handshake from Hagrid, but then Harry's like, that's not enough. I'm giving him a hug. And he gives him a hug, and it's like they're saying goodbye. And Hagrid has done so much for Harry, and Harry's lived such a horrible life, and Hagrid's always loved him and cared about him, and then... It was good, all right? I like that moment. I like the moment where he gives him a hug. A Hagrid hug is something everybody needs, probably. I know I need a Hagrid hug. Harry goes back home? I don't know why, but I just assumed he stayed at Hogwarts forever. He's going back home. You know the expression, home is where the heart is? But for Harry Potter, home is where the hell is. He was treated horribly at home. They're going to probably resent him even more now. But I guess, like, because he's got magical powers that he knows how to use now, maybe he'll be able to, like, hold his own. I don't know. But I'm like, what? I thought he was done. So I don't know. I'm really curious to see what the next movie's going to do when he's back home. But I don't know. It's crazy. But he gets, like, mentally and physically abused at home. So it's, like, funny how the happy music is playing at the end as the train rides off. It's like, the end, and it's playing the Harry Potter theme. And meanwhile, I'm just thinking, in a matter of hours, Harry's going to be, like, physically and mentally abused again for, like, a whole summer or whatever. What's the point of Hogwarts? This is something that I kept kind of thinking throughout the movie. When you go to real school, it's because you're getting an education so that you can get a job that you want, which will pay your bills and help you live your life. You're going for a career. But when you go to Hogwarts, like, it's not going to do any of that. Like, there's no job for being a wizard. So, like, what is the point of Hogwarts? Why would you go there? Because you're a wizard and it teaches you how to use your wizard abilities, but then you're not supposed to use them outside of Hogwarts. So why not just not go to Hogwarts and then you won't use them? I don't know. I'm a little bit confused on what's the point of Hogwarts. The plot did need some work. Okay? Like I said, there wasn't really a plot until the end of the movie where they're like, oh, this is the problem. There wasn't like a main overarching plot or overarching issue. It was just introducing us to everything, which, you know what? For the first movie out of 8 movies, I guess that's fine. But I'm really curious if that's going to be the way all the movies are, where they're just rapid fire throwing stuff at you and there's really not much of a plot. I'm doubting that, but yeah. I imagine the first book is probably like this thick, and they had to somehow make that into like a movie. 2.5 hours was a bit much. I did have to take a break at about the 2-hour mark. I had to go do a little bit of something else. But, yeah, I don't know. It was fun, though. I would give Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. The only issues really are that there wasn't much of a plot, like I just said, but it was like this wild ride of a bunch of creative, weird ideas. The characters were charming. Even the ones that I wanted to, like, strangle, I still liked them. And that's saying something. So, yeah, I hate saying it, but Harry Potter, at least this first movie, was delightful, and I enjoyed watching it. And I'm looking forward to watching the other 7. Hopefully they continue to stay this good, because I am quite dedicated here, having to review 8 movies. So hopefully I don't get to that point where I'm like, oh, God, kill me. But so far, it's off to a really good start. I can't believe it. I actually enjoyed it. Did anybody else think that Miss McGonagall is kind of sexy, though? I kind of think Miss McGonagall is sort of a fine piece of ass. I shouldn't have said that. Probably shouldn't have said that.